What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more reggae. And indeed, I haven't reacted to much reggae on the channel. I think only maybe 2 or 3 other songs. But it is a genre, and in fact, Jamaican music more generally is something that has long played an important role in my musical pursuits and interest. As I mentioned, I started listening to the third wave of ska when I got into punk in the early to mid-90s. Eventually, I heard an earlier wave of ska, the sort of madness and like two-tone movement of the early 80s. And then eventually I heard more classic ska like Prince Buster and others. But by this point, I was also listening to other types of reggae, raga and dancehall and dub and roots. And so when I got into hardcore and acid techno in the later 90s, I realized that some of my favorite tunes were tunes that incorporated reggae samples or even keyboard and horn sections. There's an artist in the acid techno world, Guy McGaffer, goes by the name The Geezer more than anything else, but he also produces under a name Jaw Scoop. And those tunes are like techno and acid techno just fused with different types of reggae. In some cases, like samples and vocals like made anew for the track, and other cases taken from sort of classic tunes. But yeah, so Jamaican samples and Jamaican music could show up in a number of places in my musical life and pursuits. Even though I'm no Rasta, I am a big fan of many of the styles: punk, reggae, or punk, ska, reggae, dub, and so on. Nevertheless, in the late 90s and early 2000s, I got a number of like reggae compilations because, again, I was just trying to find like different groups and different MCs and different selectas that were playing different tracks and so on. And one of the compilations I got was called Big Blunts. Now, I don't have the disc anymore, like with another one that I was looking for earlier, Misfits of Ska 2. The Big Blunts disc has to be around somewhere. I know I didn't lose it. Thankfully, I've already ripped it to my computer, so at some point I was just like, you know what, I don't need to find the disc, but it was annoying because I wanted to show the disc. I do try to celebrate the physical media on this channel. Nevertheless, we're going to listen to a tune by John Holt. It's a tune called Helicopter. Lyrically, I think it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it is also sort of a stark like threat. Basically, it's talking about the way in which marijuana grow operations, in different countries, but in Jamaica and the United States, have been attacked by law enforcement and, federal authorities, national authorities, and sort of seen as like, oh, we're getting tough on crime and whatever. But then in a lot of these places, these grow operations, especially the smaller ones that have nothing to do with cartels, there's this sense that, hey, we're just trying to live our lives and we choose to, for these people, be part of a community that celebrates this and so on. So the idea that you're just going to come in and burn down our fields, no. John Holt in the song basically says that if you keep doing that, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go burn down your cane fields, the cane sugar that you make all that money on, selling it to companies that use it in soda pop and candy and so on, and that, millionaires here depend on those fields and so on. So look, we're not trying to bother anyone, but if you keep burning down our pot fields, well, we're going to burn down your cane fields. So it's sort of an articulation of a position about the legitimacy of the pot that they were growing, and a sort of castigation of the authorities for presuming to come in and act as if they're doing the right thing, while also allowing these robber barons who take advantage of the system and ultimately have the backs of the military and the authorities and so on, to grow all their sugar and to sell it abroad and so on. So that's what I think the song is about. It really does have a cool sort of musical vibe. It's laid back, but it also has an edge to it sonically, which fits with the lyrical content. So anyway, this is John Holt, Helicopter, heard here as part of the Big Blunts compilation.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Police in helicopter, I surf the marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for Cali weed. Soldiers in the field, burning the Cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna gonna burn down the cane fields. Soldier in the herb field, burning the cali weed. Police in helicopter, a search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane field.
The blending of the guitar and the keyboard is very nice.
Police in helicopter, a search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for cali weed. Policemen in the field, burning the cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. We don't trouble your banana, we don't trouble your corn, we don't trouble your pimento, we don't trouble you at all. So if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. Ooh. Police in helicopter, a search for marijuana. Policemen in the streets, searching for cali weed. Policemen in the fields, boy, burning the cali weed. But if you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields. If you continue to burn up the herbs, we gonna burn down the cane fields.
Sort of like slow, mellow guitar is the champion of the tune. I like that echo of his voice too. You can tell that sort of like that dub rhythm kind of leads right into the next tune on the compilation. I do want to apologize. I said before the track started that it was called Helicopter. I forgot. The actual name is Police in Helicopter. Yeah, so my bad. It's John Holt, Police in Helicopter. As I said, I'm not sure what album that comes from originally of his work or what EP it was on. I know it, and we heard it here as part of the Big Blunts compilation, which I do believe was early 2000s. Let me see if I can look that up. I didn't have it ready, but sometimes you can find things very quickly. Yep, here it is. Okay, so this came out, wait, is 1994? Is that right? That can't be right. Under Me Slang Tang. This is, I love that song, but that's not, yeah, this isn't the same one. I wonder how many Big Blunts compilations there were. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly when this came out. Whoops. Sorry for that jarring noise. Oh, Big Blunts 2. Maybe that's what this was. No. That's, oh, this is. Okay, so it was Big Blunts 2, 1996. It was a little earlier than I thought. But yeah, that's indeed, the disc here is the one that I had. So I didn't realize it was volume 2, but that's at volume 3. I'm so confused. I do think it was 2. Yeah, it was 2. So that came out in 1996. But again, I'm not sure where that was in John Holt's own catalog. I should mention he died in 2014. I actually didn't know that. But yeah, so he was born in 47, died in 14. Nevertheless, there's like a million albums. Looks like a lot of it was done in the 70s. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're familiar with his work, and if there's any tune in particular of his that you would say is sort of, you know, one of his real classics. I only know the work through this compilation. I think there was another compilation I had that he had a song on, but I don't remember liking it as much as this one. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Jamaican music more generally. As I said, it's whether directly or through some other musical styles, including electronic styles that I listen to. It's something that shows up in a number of my musical pursuits. So yeah, big ups to Jamaican music. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Peace.